What's up, Spokane Ghost Talk fans? This is your ghost host with the most, Brian James. Followed always by that ugly troll over there, Guthrie.
Howdy.
Yeah, you know you're pretty.
I know.
So what's up, dude? How you doing tonight?
Well, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Just hanging out with the kiddos for the most part.
Huh? I hear it.
The ex went to work, so I have time to relax.
Oh, hallelujah.
Well, I say ex, but it's really like roommate at this point.
Yeah, it's a shitty situation. Hey, where'd you go? Oh, he ghosted me. Anywho, folks, we have a great show lined up tonight. We have Eldon from the Arizona Paranormal Researchers. I have a special guest in the back that I just discovered a couple days ago, and I'm going to introduce the world to him today, and it's going to be fantastic. Just wanted to let you guys know that the 3rd of December, we have the Shannon House coming up. We have an investigation the 5th of December. We have one the 11th and a couple other days. So, yeah, we got about 5-6 investigations coming up in December. And, yeah. But what me and Eldon are going to talk to you guys about tonight is going to blow your mind. And, yeah, thanks to Travelers Paranormal and Bad to the Bone Paranormal, I'm giving you guys a major shout out. You know what for. And I'm going to announce it tonight. So, yeah, I'm bored, Guthrie. Are you?
Just a little bit.
Should we just bring the guests on and get it over with?
Well, I mean, if you decide to stop being weird about it, yeah.
Well, how am I being weird about it? It's not like I'm touching myself or something.
You might be.
And, you know, and when I think about you...
We just bring the other guys. Come on.
Hang on a minute. Jonathan Meyer says, hey, is it going? How is it going? Oh, okay. How is it going? It's going good, Jonathan. How you doing, brother? Well, without any further ado, let's bring on Mr. Eldon.
Hey, what's going on, Brian? How you doing, man? Guthrie, what's up, man?
How you been?
Doing good, brother.
All right, man.
And we're going to bring on our special surprise tonight as well. I would like everybody to say hello to Brian.
What's up, Brian? How you doing, man?
How's it going? Another Brian, but with a Y.
I feel like you stole my name.
The cool Brian.
Guthrie, don't.
Thank you, Guthrie. I appreciate that.
Dude.
Come at me, bro.
You're lucky you're over there and I'm over here.
No, you're lucky I'm over here.
Listen here, you 5-foot midget.
5 foot, that's all it takes.
5'11". So, Brian, there's a special reason I brought you on here tonight. I didn't want to say anything on the podcast about it. I actually want you to tell the podcast who you are, what you have done, and all that good stuff, brother. The floor is yours.
That sounds
So
creepy.
much. Yeah, it does. I don't know if it was creepy. It's like putting me on the spot a little bit.
I mean, you already agreed it was creepy, so might as well just go with the flow.
What the hell? You see this, Eldon? I'm getting double teamed already.
No, I don't think it's
I haven't, I
You know,
haven't heard
Brian,
you complain before.
You kind of brought some of this on yourself, Brian. You know, what can I say? You know,
Oh, okay.
Screw you guys. I'm out.
Later, dude.
Well, to talk about myself a little bit, and I've never really enjoyed that, to be honest, but I will do my best. I'm the worst person to plug myself that I've ever met. So I know
I
a lot
like
of people.
already.
I know a lot of people out there like to plug themselves and talk about their show, and I don't know. Anyway, but I will talk about myself. So I've been in the paranormal field for about 9 years investigating, but people are starting to discover this about me because I really kept it quiet for a lot of years. I'm actually considered a sensitive, and so I've had experiences since I was like 9 years old, 8 years old as a child. So basically, as a child, I could see things other kids couldn't see. So, so I knew it was a little bit different, but I guess I had my very first paranormal experience when I was about 15. And what I mean by that, yeah, I saw paranormal before, but this was my first experience on being touched. So I was about 15 years old when this happened. I had a good friend's grandmother that passed away. And so I went down to see him, and about 3 weeks after her death. And we were sitting in his bedroom, and all of a sudden, I felt something touch my hand. And then I felt something lean against my shoulder. So I was telling my buddy, there's something touching me. And I look over to my right, and there's actually an indent in the bed, like something was sitting beside me.
Oh,
And
shit.
so it lasted for about 30 seconds, and then it was gone. And what's funny about all of this is when his grandmother was alive, she used to do that to me. So we figured it was his grandmother basically saying goodbye. And I know when a lot of times when people experience being touched by paranormal, it's usually a cold feeling. This was actually very warm. It was a very warm feeling. It was a very loving feeling. And then it was gone. So I really wanted to find out who I was and what I could do. But it was something that I had to keep quiet because I was raised in a family that didn't believe in that stuff. And it was all crap. So I kept it quiet for a very, very long time. But I started my very first investigation about 9 years ago. And I just got hooked. And in the last year and a half, I created a group called Huntophobia. We did a bunch of YouTube videos, but now we're on a streaming service called Paraflix. So that's where most of my videos go up now. I do have a videos coming out next week on YouTube of one of the most haunted spots in Canada. It's in the top 10. And so this video, like I'm editing it myself, and I'm not an editor, but I'm editing it myself, and it's great so far. But so I really deep dived into the paranormal world when it came to filming, and I guess it was about back in January, I came up with an idea, and I was scrolling through Facebook and Twitter and other platforms and just looking for anything paranormal wise. And I just found that it was just mounds of crap on these sites. And I just decided one day, why not do my own for the paranormal field, for investigators, for people that are into cryptics, for people that are into UFOs, for people that are into supernatural. And that's where it began. And I released the app back in March. And I will say, when we first released it, it was tough. It was really, really tough, but we had a great response. But the service that we were on was crap. So we ended up having to move, and I ended up hiring a developer who created what's now the new site, which is Parapost Network for people. And it's just a site for UFOs, investigators, cryptics, enthusiasts, supernatural. And if you're enthusiasts of the paranormal, come on over because you're welcome. And I guess as we were talking before the show, one of the reasons why I did it was because I felt that paranormal investigators, real paranormal investigators, get really a bad rap. And that was one of my main reasons why I did it, because, you know, it's bad enough that you have some of these YouTubers and some of these TV shows that are obviously faking stuff. And I just got tired of, you know, seeing all that stuff. And I just felt like this particular site that I was creating was really going to bring out the real investigators, the real people that wanted to meet other investigators and really talk about everything they do when it comes to investigations, and show their evidence and show their videos and everything. And this is what this platform does. And so far it's been great. Right now, as of last week, we're getting almost 17,000 views a month on this site. And it's and for something that's only been around for about 6 months, it's doing extremely well. For example, when we first launched, we were getting, people were coming on the site for about a minute, 2 minutes max. Now we're getting up to 6 to 7 minutes. People are staying on the site. So it's really, really growing, and it's growing fast. And I'm hoping people that are interested and the real paranormal investigators come on over to the site, because at the end of the day, it's about meeting other investigators and the para-unity that everybody talks about. And there's no crap on the site. There's no negativity on the site. There's none of that stuff. Like, for example, just going on the side here, I never mentioned this before. I got a comment today on one of my videos on YouTube that was absolutely disgusting. And it was from a video that I did a year ago. And it was a great investigation at a prison. And this guy was basically harassing me. And I was stunned, because I do this because I love it, and I show it because I want you to see what I love to do. And for what this guy said to me today, I reported him. I reported it, and it got taken down, the comment.
Good.
And it was just like, I was just stunned, because I just don't get it. But that aside, I created this site so people can enjoy paranormal investigators. And there was another reason why I did it too, is because I really truly believe that the government doesn't take us seriously.
No.
And there are people out there that are actually into the science of the paranormal and actually want to go out and, you know, prove the paranormal exists. And I think a platform like this, and as it grows more, maybe this will wake up the government and realize that there are some serious paranormal investigators out there that are capturing amazing evidence. And maybe they'll take us seriously. Who knows?
Spoken like a true investigator, Brian. I have to say, my hat is off to you. It's about time we get a platform that's for real investigators, like the Spokane Ghost Crew, like yourself, Brian. Eldon, you're all right.
Well, hey, thanks, man.
Eldon, you are amazing, And, before I get to you, I just want to go on a little rant. You see, I'm tired of Facebook screwing paranormal investigators. They messed with Keith Evans. They messed with my boy Robert. They banned me for 60 days for posting a picture of a bunch of guys dressed up with an apparition in the back and called it dangerous for kids. And I'm on your platform now, Brian, and it is phenomenal. I'm posting my old investigations. You linked my YouTube to your network. And man, you ain't gonna get nothing but good content from me, brother. And I'm gonna so many good people your way.
You know, the when my developer brought this idea to me, I thought it was a fabulous idea. And then we discovered we're the only platform out there that is doing this. Yeah, okay, you can take your link and put it on Facebook, put it on Twitter, do whatever, and then you have to click it and then go over to YouTube. With our platform, you don't have to do that. There's a watch. You click on watch, and it takes you right over to the page, and you can watch thousands of videos. And I will let you know, I told this on my show today, that last night I posted a tweet and posted on Facebook. Right now, last night, we had 2,782 videos that people can watch on Parapost. It is now over 3,000, and it's growing, and it will grow. So there will be endless amounts of interviews, podcasts, paranormal investigations, whatever you do, it will be there, and you don't have to go through mounds and mounds of crap on YouTube or Facebook to watch a video. You go to our site, you want to watch an investigation, you hit the watch, and there you go. It's right there. Mounds and mounds of crap on YouTube or Facebook.
That is beautiful. Eldon, the floor is yours, brother. Who are you? Where are you from? What was your first experience? Let's go, buddy.
Oh man, first experience, man, started when I was 7 years old, bro. I grew up in the 70s as a young child, when paranormal really wasn't an accepted thing. You couldn't really talk about it much. They'd lock you up in a loony bin kind of thing. And, growing up, I grew up in a family that we weren't real religious, but, I went to church and what have you. My pastor taught me some things. My parents taught me some things. And back then it was very simple, cut and dry. When you passed away, you was a good little boy. Well, you went up to this place called heaven. If you weren't, well, you went to this hell thing. And the experience that I had, it happened, I want to say it was right about 1978. I was 7 years old. And I actually witnessed an apparition in the middle of the night. It was my sister and I and my mother and my father. It was about probably 1:30 in the morning. We had an ambient light from the bathroom that was on, and I happened to look down the hallway, and I saw, to me at the time, what I would figure would be my mother coming out of her bedroom. And I hollered out, wanting a drink of water, and she never even acknowledged me, just kept going, and, like she didn't hear me. So I got out of bed, not removing my eyes from down the hallway, went down just to notice, peeking into my parents' room, that both my mother and my father were asleep. And so upon doing some investigating around the house, I noticed that there was nobody there. Went back to my room, and I kind of got thinking about it. And I'm like, I could see the wall behind the woman that walked across the hallway. And furthermore, she didn't have legs, and she seemed to glide. She didn't bounce when she walked. So this is, as a 7-year-old, I'm trying to process all of this and thinking this shouldn't even exist based on everything that I was taught. So now I'm kind of scrambled as a 7-year-old. Now I'm seeing something that I'm taught doesn't exist. And it was pretty devastating to me not being able to talk about it or share that, in fear that somebody might think you're crazy. And I lived with that for a very long time. And of course, as time went on, and through my teen years, and my father passing away and experiencing some stuff there, and It just got me interested to find out exactly what is there, because it's going against everything I was taught. And now I know that there's got to be something more to this, and I want to find out what that is. And fortunately, I've been doing this now about 12 years. And over my history of learning and doing paranormal investigating, I've learned that not only is there something more to it, but that there's everything to it. That when we pass on, that's not the end of things. That's just really the beginning. It starts there, it doesn't end there. And it's made me feel a lot more comfortable about things in my personal life. And, coming to the end of times here, it's made me feel comfortable. So you kind of know how I got started in this. Of course, my name's Eldon. I'm the co-founder, or I'm the founder and the owner of Arizona Paranormal Research Investigations here in Phoenix, Arizona. I've investigated with this team, with a couple other teams. I've also freelanced. I've investigated Jerome, Arizona here, Tombstone. I've been to the Boot Hill Cemetery and all the big name areas. Also Globe, Arizona, there at the 1910 Gila County Jail. So there's a lot of places I've investigated here in Phoenix, Arizona, and surrounding areas. So my biggest ambition for the paranormal, and like Brian was saying, there's a lot of serious investigators out there. Unfortunately, we have people that are bringing us down with fake stuff and, things of that nature that I don't agree with. And I'm sure a lot of serious investigators don't agree with it. But my whole thing is to help other people understand that they're not alone in what they're experiencing. It may be new to them. It may be something they don't understand, but they're not alone in what they're experiencing, and that they do have help out there from those of us that are serious that will help. And that's what I'm in this for, to help them overcome the things that I could not as a child. I don't think that anybody needs to be devastated over something like this and live with that by themselves. And when we take on an investigation with a client, we stay with that client regardless. It doesn't matter whether it takes a year or 2 years or however long it takes to get a resolve to their situation. We will stay with them till the end.
And man, I gotta say, I respect the hell out of you, Eldon. There's a reason I call you my brother.
Same here, man. Same here, Brian.
Me and you and Brian and Guthrie, we're all in it for the same reasons, man. We want to help people so bad with their paranormal. And like you guys said, that's what it's all about, helping your client understand the paranormal, helping them either get rid of the paranormal by crossing them over, by blessing, by cleansing. You do everything in your freaking power for that client. I've gone 150, 170 miles out of my way to help a client. And do you think I ever charged them? Not 1 in 8 years, brother.
You should never charge a client for helping them out. That's something that I feel it's commercialized by people that make us look bad. And to help somebody like that, you should never charge somebody for something like that. We have expenses of gas, we have travel expenses. Batteries is a very big cost. You guys know, with getting batteries, you chew up batteries, and sometimes you chew up batteries and don't even use the dang things, depending on the situation. So it's a huge cost. But even in that, we don't charge these clients and folks that need help. We don't charge them. We'll take a donation if that's something you want to do, but we don't even advertise that even. It's just. But that is something that you never should charge for. And unfortunately, I've noted that there are teams out there that do. And I completely disagree with that 100%.
Yeah. Well, the SGC successfully knocked out, thank you, honey, successfully knocked out a group of paranormal investigators because they were going around charging all their clients. So they would charge them profusely and then not even return with evidence for said family in question. So since Brian and a couple other folks started the SGC, that particular crew hasn't even been heard from in eons. So
No, see, we'll put together an entire report. We'll have an entire report put out for them. We'll have an SD card that has all of their evidence, all their video, all their photographs, and of course, they're gonna sign a disclaimer whether they want it to be kept confidential. And if they do, we don't keep anything. If they want complete confidentiality, we give them everything, the whole file, and it's all yours. We do nothing with it but give that to them. We present to them what evidence we have found, and they can do with it as they wish at that point. Because we completely respect our clients, we respect their situation, and we also respect their confidentiality. And that really has to be, you got to keep integrity and respect at whatever cost.
Exactly. And like with us, we do a consultation either over the phone or in person. And the first two questions are always, do you want your name out
put it down.
there? And if not, I will come up with a clever nickname for you. So like we had a client that didn't want to be known, and we came up with the Ghost on Post. And the last question is do you mind if we film live? Because that's just kind of our thing, we like to film live on every investigation. Of course, if the client don't want us to, then we don't even bother advertising for it. It's private, it's hush. But if they say yeah, then what we do is we film that investigation live. And, we have the viewers watching. They catch things we don't see. They hear things we don't hear. We go over it with a fine-tooth comb. We go back no later than 72 hours after. We show them exactly what we captured. And if they want a copy of the video of everything we capture, we give them the video. And, it's something that has to be done. Your client always comes first.
It's funny. I did an investigation on 3 separate stores in one night. And this town is about an hour from me. And this town was it smack dab right in the middle of the War of 1812. So there was like over 10,000 deaths in this town. I think this whole town is haunted. And this whole street, I investigated 4 stores on this street that are experiencing paranormal. And so when the 3 stores are actually on Paraflex, it's my first season. One of the stores didn't want their name out there. It was actually a salon, believe it or not. They didn't want the salon out there. So we decided, since she didn't want the name out there, we decided that we were going to keep the name private from everybody else too. So we made sure once we filmed and once everything was completed, we sent them the footage to agree if they agree with it or not, and then we would release it on.
Thank you.
But I understand that completely when it comes to people's privacy, because some people are just, are, I don't want to say ashamed, but maybe a little bit embarrassed because they don't know how to control it. They don't know what to do. So they're reaching out for help. And I think it's a great thing what Eldon does. And I think it's a great thing what you do, Brian. I really haven't caught up with that scenario. I've never taken money from anyone. The only time somebody gave me some money was, and they donated, and I donated it to a cause. They gave me a bit of money. I gave it to somebody else that was in need. So I definitely do not ask for money when I go out in my investigations. I never have.
If you guys want to watch Frozen, go watch Frozen.
I enjoy doing the paranormal investigations, and if people want to keep their business private, I'm more than happy to do that. So.
Please, big brother.
And with people that donate, the last person that donated to us, we went to where was it? Rathdrum, Idaho. And this lady pulls out 2 bills and says, "Here, I want you to take this." I said, "Absolutely not. I will not take that. We're here to help you, and that's all of my worries." Well, she demanded I took it. And once your client demands something and starts getting upset, you take it to make them happy. Well, I got in my car and I'm like, okay, cool. I got $20. I'll go put it in my gas tank when I hit the valley. This lady donated $100 to us because we were willing to come out there at a drop of a dime. We were professional. Our medium was on, and we did everything we could.
COVID.
But Eldon, I don't think I can keep our secret much longer, man.
No, man, you better shoot it out there, man.
Make you extremely happy since we're going to be filming on your network, buddy. But a couple nights ago, and you're going to know this person I mentioned, Bad to the Bone Paranormal, I believe introduced you to the SGC.
Yes.
And oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank on the other paranormal team.
That's because everybody's hacking right now.
Traveler Paranormal. Or Travel Par. Yeah. So they were on the podcast. We're talking about Paraunity. And they start talking because one is in Kentucky, the other is in Nashville, Tennessee. So they're about 3.5 hours apart. And this is the bombshell that I've been waiting to drop all night. So
Drum roll, tell everyone in the background to shut up.
So they finally got to talking, and they were like, well, we'd really like it to have somebody as experienced as you come out and investigate with us. Well, man, I'm lucky if I have $200 at the end of the month. So I was a little hesitant, and I was like, well, okay, let's play along. If you guys have 4 investigations apiece, I want you to pick 4 apiece. Where are we going? And then it hit me. I have income tax coming in January or February. Long and short of it, they offered me a place to stay, to feed me for 9 days, and I'm going down to Kentucky on April 18th. I will be there April 20th. We are doing a crap ton of investigations. The Battle of Perryfield, Bobby Mackey.
Oh, wow.
We're possibly going to try to do Waverly Sanitarium.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And there's another sanitarium. We're going to do a jail, an elementary school, the devil's houses. And there's like 15 investigations rolled up into 8. And I'm going to say the best part for last, Brian. Eldon, the floor is yours, buddy. What's going to happen?
What's going to happen, man, is we're going to get us a whole lot of video, Brian.
Oh,
and
yeah.
This new platform that we're talking about, I think we're going to blow it to Kingdom Come, man. And well, I think
if I remember right, I'm going to Kentucky, Tennessee, and what's that state you're going to be in at the same time I am?
Wait a minute. Let me think about. Hey, I'm going to be right there, man.
Holy shit, you're going to be in Indiana.
I'm going to be right there. And as luck would have it, I'm going to have all of my equipment with me.
And believe me when I say this man has some equipment. And we're not just stopping at Kentucky.
Hey. I don't know who's in the background, but if you could die quietly, like that'd be great.
We're not just stopping at Kentucky, Tennessee, and Indiana. No,
No, sir.
From there to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
Boom.
We're going from Gettysburg to the paranormal consultant, Matt Barron, who's going to introduce us to a couple more investigations. From there, we are going to Minnesota to number 1, bug the hell out of the Minnesota Spirit Hunters and crash their party.
Hey, as they would say in the paranormal spectrum, man, we're going full spectrum with this trip.
And we're also going to go see Nationwide Paranormal in Minnesota. We're going to the Wyoming State Pen. We're going to the Idaho State Pen. We're going up to Seattle. And we're going to stop anywhere we so feel or choose to. And for the hell of it, we might just pull off to the side of the road, walk in a field, and fucking investigate.
We just might do that, man. And, it's going to be a great thing when we put this thing on the on that Parapost network, too.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be
baby, it's okay. Go ahead and grab your stuff.
Investigations.
Wow.
Like I said, wrap up on the couch, okay?
Well,
so Brian, this thing for this Parapost that you got going on, man, we do intend on blowing this thing up for you.
I appreciate that. It sounds like you guys are going to, and I can't thank you enough. And it's just awesome, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to meet Brian and
stop messing it up, booger.
And now that I've met you and Guthrie,
absolutely,
and it's just been a real pleasure to meet all of you. And Parapost is definitely growing. It's getting better, and hopefully, all paranormal investigators that want to be part of Parapost family, come on over and download that app and just share your evidence, share your stories, share your pictures, share whatever you want to share. And
well, Brian, you're on my group page right now, man, and anything you want to share there, feel free to do that. You're more than welcome.
Yeah, you got my request, right?
Yeah, I already got it. Got you accepted.
Hey, hold on, wait a minute. I didn't get a request for anything.
That's because you're ugly.
No, I am the heart and soul of this damn crew. I didn't get a request. I'm going to cry about this now.
Hey, look in your chat, Guthrie. Guthrie, look in your chat. It's right there. The link is right there, my man. Go ahead.
Well, it's funny. It sounds like you guys are going to have an amazing time in March.
Oh, Brian with the Y.
I'm actually going to the UK for approximately 3 weeks to do investigations with Lex Paranormal, GSI, the Patrol.
When are you supposed to be there, Brian?
In March.
In March.
I was going to go in February, but there's an event happening. It's like a con in the UK. So I'm thinking of pushing it to March now so I can be there for that particular Paracon. It's I forget what it was called. I was told about it today, but it happens on the 11th, 12th, and 13th of March.
Gotcha.
Nice. Oh, Brian, you have a couple more things to look forward to from me, Eldon, and Guthrie. Not only are me
I don't do
just
group
don't
nudies.
send me any nasty pictures on Messenger.
I don't do group nudies.
Me and Eldon are going on pretty much a month-long investigational car trip around the country.
It's going to be great.
And we're going to have hours and hours and hours of footage. I hope you're ready to see these two ugly mugs, because that's all you're going to see for a while.
And Brian, while you're over in the UK, any idea if you're going to be near Scotland at any time?
It's funny because there is a group in Scotland that wants me to come out there to investigate with them.
Now, if you're going to be in the area of Knapdale, you let me know, because my family owns Castle Sween out there, and I can get in there. So you let me know if you're going to be in that area, which I hadn't shared it with Brian yet. So.
Hey, Brian, I got permission from the other two to eat a snack while I'm on camera.
Actually, I just wrote LOL.
Still got permission.
Look, man, you got to eat. You got to do what you got to do, man.
Yeah, of course.
So, Brian,
it's just depending on what you're planning on eating.
Don't ask questions.
I wasn't going to go there.
No, like, is it something that is like it's going to take a lot of wiping of your mouth, and stuff is going to be coming out of your mouth? Like, if it's that, then
and nothing crunchy. We don't want to hear that.
Nothing crunchy. Okay.
There are people out there that'll literally watch people eat crunchy food. They won't say a freaking word. They will just eat and chew and eat and chew for 20 minutes. And they call this entertainment. They call us crazy.
They actually get paid a lot of money, and I mean they get paid a lot. It's ridiculous.
Let me tell you what, for anybody watching that wants to pay me $2,000 to watch me for 20 minutes eat crunchy chicken, bring it on.
There's I don't know if you guys ever go to TikTok, but there's a woman on TikTok. She's I think she's
Oh, buddy, here we go. Bottoms up.
Chinese or Japanese or something like that. And the reason why I say that is because she eats all these weird fishy things, and she has like thousands and thousands of followers. She's just eating it, for example, like a cow heart. She would cut it up, squeeze out all the juices, and start eating it raw. And she's got thousands and thousands of followers. So there's definitely a demand for it.
That's just wrong. I mean, I like
that is called easy money, bro.
I like a steak that's seared on each side for maybe 5 minutes and call it good, but
that's a long time.
Damn. Yeah, I know.
I think even at one point she was, and I'm not trying to be nasty or anything like that, but she was eating. It was almost like it was like I don't even want to say it, but it was a big thing from an animal, and she was eating it.
Oh, and Brian, before I forget, I want to mention as well. Since you sent me the URL to the network, I want to let you know that I am going to share this URL with every paranormal team that I see fit to be on that platform. And that's on TikTok, on Twitter, Instagram, our Facebook, the group we're a part of. Man, I will start a whole bunch of new platforms just to share it.
Yep. And just to let everybody know that my site is drama-free.
Yes, it is. And it is beautiful.
I don't want any of that negativity coming in.
What if I was trying to get a hold of you on your site and all I wanted was snuggles? Does that count as negativity, or is that just a little extra love?
I don't even know what to do with that, to be honest.
Yes, I win.
Welcome to the Spokane Ghost Talk, Brian.
I'm with Brian. I don't even know how to reply to that one either myself.
The way you reply to that is you look at him and you say it's snuggle time.
Yeah.
And he'll back off.
I will message you back with some kind of icon.
I swear to God, if you send me a D-pic.
And and you know what? Where we are right now on the platform right now is not where we're settling. Okay, so there's things coming up on this site that are going to be beneficial for everyone. One, in the next week and a half, we're going to have advertising. So if somebody wants to advertise on the site, they can. In a couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, we're going to have what's called, I don't know if I'm going to call it this, but it's going to be like a marketplace. So if you have merchandise that you sell with your channel, with your group, like for example, if you guys have shirts or hats, you can put it on there. We're also going to have something else in there in the marketplace also is for people that want to buy new or used equipment. So that's what the marketplace is going to be. It's just strictly paranormal and anything to do with that. And even if you want to sell a camera that you can't get rid of, that you want to sell, you can put it on Parapost. If you have EMF meter that you're looking to sell, if you're getting out of the industry.
Baby girl.
So right now, Brian,
I'll give you the marker.
So right now, Brian, when I go to shop on your platform, it takes me right to Go Stop.
Yeah.
Is that where it's supposed to take me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And I will tell you that will be gone in a couple of weeks. Will
you keep a link to Go Stop on there? Because I think that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah. It's down near the bottom in sponsors.
Okay.
You can find it, but we're going to be getting rid of shop, and we're going to be putting it. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but it's like a marketplace from Facebook. But it's only going to be new and used equipment, and if you want to sell your merchandise, whether it's hats, shirts, cups, whatever, and you can do that. And it's just going to be another feature that we're going to be adding. But the best feature that we're going to be adding, and you guys don't know this yet, most people don't, but this time next year we will have live. So you will go into you'll go into Parapost and you'll hit live button and you can go live through Parapost.
Brian, you're my new best fucking friend, dude. You have just made this hunter so happy.
So think about this. If you're on a site that has thousands and thousands of investigators and enthusiasts, and if you go on there and we have live and you have 50 lives going on at once, and you can choose which live that you're going to watch when it comes to an investigation, it's just another fantastic thing that I'm planning to bring to the platform.
I'm trying to navigate through the platform now, and looks pretty well put together, man.
It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning.
It's like I'm on Facebook, but there's no drama, no jackasses. It's people like us that are serious about the paranormal. I've already met like 5 or 6 really cool people on there, and I've only been on there maybe 48 hours.
Yep. You know what? We haven't had any problems at all. We've had some people coming in there and creating an account and spamming people, but they're deleted right away and they're blocked right away. And I'm just not putting up with it, and I don't want to deal with it. Now, obviously, if we get to the hundreds of thousands of people on the site, that's going to be a little more harder to control. But
do you have an option to be able to put moderators on there, Brian?
Not as right now. Not right now. You can, if you have a group, you can make a group account. You can have moderators.
Oh, you can. I didn't know you could make a group.
Yeah, you can make a group, and it's at the top where it says group and organization.
I'm thinking, buddy.
You got it, my man. That's exactly what I'm thinking, bro. And hey, you got I see you got the logo right here on the top of your screen there. That's cool.
Oh, not only that, but it's the background behind all of us too.
I see that. That's cool, man. I like that background here you got.
Yeah. So, this is just the beginning. This platform is going to go to places that are going to surprise people.
Yes, it will.
And we're going to make it the platform, the number one platform for everything under the paranormal umbrella.
Yes, we are. I agree with that, Brian.
At the end of the day, it's been a lot of work up to this point. There's a lot more work to go. And, be patient. Not everything works all the time. but my developer has done an excellent job, and it's endless what we're going to be able to do with this site.
Well, I feel like, for one, being a paranormal investigator that's been on Facebook for over 4 years, I feel like our team has a fresh start on your platform. You know, we don't know anybody. We're reintroducing ourselves. We're putting our stuff out there. And I think it's phenomenal what you've done, dude.
Yeah, thank you.
Just,
And I can't write any comments because I didn't log in, but I'd like to thank Paranormal Consultant for what he just said. I appreciate that.
and that is Matt Barron, the guy that wants to talk with us on Wednesday.
Okay. Nice.
He's actually he's a pretty cool cat. I think you two are gonna really just thrive just by having a conversation together. You guys seem to be pointing in the right direction with the same means and everything, and I think you guys are gonna hit it off. He's a great guy to talk to, and he's way better than Brian. So
yeah.
Don't let Guthrie lie to you. He's an asshole, dude.
You know what?
Matt Barron's a straight asshole.
I don't
And
know.
he's going to take that just laying down.
I have every confidence in the world that is bullshit, Guthrie.
wait, whoa! Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's talk about
you
this.
just got called out on your shit.
You knew it was coming, Guthrie. You knew it was coming.
I don't know, baby.
I
Give
like
me a minute.
you even more now, dude. I like you even more now.
That's it. You're the first one I'm cuddling. You don't get an option, bro.
Uh-oh.
Who's
It's
you
called
cuddling?
struggles. Whoever comes first. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm gonna back this up a little bit.
You know what? I'm starting to get a little bit worried about Guthrie. He wants to cuddle a lot of people. I don't think he's getting much love.
It's funny you say that. My wife and I are getting separated right now, and it's been a little tough. So
Yeah,
thanks for
I hear
kicking
you.
me while I'm down, bro.
No. I hear you.
Oh,
I've been
and
through
speaking
that.
of
It's not gonna be
kicking
easy.
Guthrie while he's down, tell the truth, Guthrie, you jackass, from the Paranormal Consultant.
Oh, okay. He's a dubious little asshole, but he's smart as shit, and he has great intentions, but there's a lot of slick shit in the process.
Snake in the grass. Total snake in the grass.
Like, you gotta cut the shit.
Definitely ghosting paranormal. Definitely.
So, Eldon,
Guthrie, all kidding aside,
Yeah.
you seem like a really, really good person, and it's been an honor to meet you.
Oh shit! Now I'm blushing.
So that's my cuddling. Okay.
It works. I'll take it.
so Eldon, man, what's up with your team before we go on our month-long U.S.-wide investigation?
Look, so what's going to be going on with them, man, is, I'm going to see if some of them want to come with me or not. I don't know exactly
Serena,
yet how
baby,
that's
get your
going to work
toys
out
out of
with
here,
them.
please.
But they're definitely going to be welcome to come along with us. That's for sure. So if not, then they'll kind of be holding down the fort here. I've got a excellent lead investigator, team manager that I trust with everything with my team here, that I know everything's going to run smooth.
Hell yeah. You see,
I'm a little
that's
bit
a
jealous.
great
I'm a
thing.
little bit jealous.
What's that, Brian?
I'm a little bit jealous. That's a lot of good spots that you guys are going to.
Dude,
Maybe
you
I'll
should
can
come
the
with-
UK and just come to the States.
You should totally come with us, brother.
It sounds like an amazing trip, and you guys are going to have a fantastic time. I'm sure of it. And one thing I mentioned on the show today, I do a show also. It's called Through the Lens. Bad to the Bone. I probably told you last night they're going to be on the show next week. And one thing I love about this industry, when you're meeting real paranormal investigators, yeah, the places are great. Yeah, the evidence is great, but it's collabing with other groups that, for me personally, is the best thing in the world. The evidence is great. The places are great, but it's meeting people like yourselves. That is why I love this industry.
Brian, you're going to love this. This comes from the paranormal consultant. So March 26th of next year, there's a fair that comes to his hometown in Pennsylvania, and it shuts down the 3 surrounding towns. And what he's doing is he's doing a para-unity day. He is inviting every paranormal team, investigator, medium, psychic to come to his hometown and hang out, chew on some good food, have some drinks. He's got a couple surprises for us. And the next day, he's going to take all these groups and we're going to do the biggest ghost hunt in Gettysburg.
Hey, you let me know when and where, man.
You know, from Toronto,
Toronto,
I live in Toronto. From Toronto to Pennsylvania is only about a 7-hour drive.
You see, then you should get down to Kentucky April 20th and come and investigate with us, dude.
I could come for a couple of days, and because it's not a far drive at all. And
no, we'd be honored to have you.
I just that sounds like something that I would really, really want to be involved in.
Heck yeah, man.
So basically, all 4 of us should just think about getting some funds together and hitting up Colfax.
That too.
Ooh, man, you just hit the nail on the head there.
I mean, if we're gonna go that route, I mean, we might as well.
I mean, if we're going across the country, we might as well stop off in Colfax and do St. Ignatius again.
But again, we still got to talk to Valerie, or is it the new owners?
No, Valerie still runs the show.
Okay, well, hold on. I feel naked without my hat.
All right. So, Brian,
he puts the weirdest. We see the weirdest angles with Guthrie.
Right? I don't feel naked no more. Serena, don't mimic me.
At the beginning of the show, we were seeing nothing but the light on the ceiling.
Well, to be fair, I was in the middle of something. That just sounds bad. No, I was playing Apex. Okay, I was in the middle of a tournament when this happened, okay? I want to talk about it. I apologize. I'm fully here.
You got a live show going on right now, and you're in the middle of playing the game.
All right, fine.
Wow. That's why you're always so quiet on the show, you ass.
No, I'm always quiet on the show because you never stop fucking talking. So when I try and go get some word in edgewise,
which is never,
which is all the time. Go back and look at the video, bro.
See, not talking right now. What's up?
I'm gonna drive down there and punch you in the throat.
Promises.
I know. Thank the gods you have a step stool, though.
Right.
I'm gonna need it.
He says that because I'm 6'5", and he's like 5'1".
Bro, I am 5'6". Thank you.
Dude, you look 5'1" to me. Everybody looks 5'1" to me unless you're over 6 foot.
Oh my God! What about Sarah? I know she's not 5'1". I think you're putting height on her at that point.
Nah, she looks like a midget.
You are sleeping on the couch.
Well,
all right.
I'm a little surprised, Guthrie. Are you really only 5'6"?
5'6", 5'7" in there, yeah.
Because that last angle that you had us on when you were putting your hat, you looked like you were about 7'4".
I know. I really appreciate the camera on this thing sometimes.
Hey, Guthrie, don't feel bad. I'm only 5'8", all right?
Oh, man, another midget?
Yeah, I'm a midget, all right?
Yeah, Brian, how tall are you, buddy?
I'm 5'11".
All right, so you're almost 6 foot. You're almost there. You're almost.
So we can literally do the whole staircase just standing next to each other. It's gonna be dumb.
Right.
I'm obviously gonna be first.
5'11" and quite bulky because I hit the gym every day.
I'm built like a brick shit house. I get it.
Yeah, I'm a little bulky because I hit the kitchen every day. So
Yeah, I'm 6'5" and 385, and I just say that I carry the keg. I'm better than a 6-pack. I got
sorry,
the whole.
guys. I like to eat, you know.
Hell yeah. Meat, potatoes, pasta, and desserts, man, all day
Indian
long.
tacos, bro. Indian tacos.
So Brian,
it's chicken and steak. Chicken and steak.
Oh,
chicken and steak.
No, see, I thought you were going to say chicken and rice.
I do have rice, but I'm not a big fan of rice. So it's usually chicken and salad or something along that lines.
See, I just can't do the veggies, man. I refuse to eat veggies because they all taste like dirt.
I don't cook my veggies. I eat them raw because I don't like them cooked.
Oh, hold on. It depends on which vegetable you're not cooking.
Yeah, no, any vegetable.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't. I'm not a big fan of cooked vegetables.
That makes sense.
And believe it or not, and nobody knows this. I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound stupid, but I have a phobia against peas.
Dude, don't feel bad. I have a phobia against carrots.
I thought your phobia was Brussels sprouts.
No, dude. Ever since I saw Frosty have a carrot nose, I could not bring myself to eat a fucking carrot, dude. Like I was eating Frosty's nose. It was a sin.
Yeah, I can't with you right now, bro.
Well, I have a good reason why I don't like peas. When I was growing up when I was a little kid, my brother used to stuff peas on my nose. So that was my reason for my phobia of peas. Because every time I see a pea, I'm reminded of that situation.
Makes you want to sneeze.
Yeah. Well, no, it actually makes me want to throw up.
Ooh.
But yeah, I'm not a big fan of peas at all. Yeah.
So now comes the part of the show where I have to ask you guys each one question.
It's the same question that gets on every show that we ever have.
Shut up or I'm going to frickin' mute you.
Lie to me.
I will put you in the corner, Guthrie.
Ooh. Well, anyway, ask your repetitive questions.
We'll start out with Brian, asshole. What has been your, oh my God, I just shit my pants moment or moment?
On a paranormal investigation?
Paranormal investigation.
In general. Let's switch it up a bit.
Well, if I were to stick with the paranormal investigation, last year I did an investigation in this business. And in the middle of the investigation, I started losing my breath. I felt a hand around my neck, and I got choked on an investigation. And I had to shut down filming for about 5 or 10 minutes. And that's probably been one of my scariest moments on paranormal investigations.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can actually, in the video, you can actually hear my voice changing. And I'm coughing a little bit. And then all of a sudden my breath is completely gone. I couldn't breathe. And it almost felt like there was a hand around my neck that was choking me. And we had to shut down everything because I couldn't breathe.
You know,
go ahead, Guthrie.
All right, thank you. I talk about my very first investigation with the SGC and there being like this massive entity behind me. I'm not going to go through all the details because, I've said it quite a few times. I've told the story a few times.
I love this story. Go from the beginning, please.
Oh, my God. It's my first investigation with the SGC, okay?
Well, technically your second because the 5th Street house was your first.
I lived there. That doesn't count.
Okay, fair enough.
But anyway, it's my first investigation with the crew. And there's another guy on there whose name is Jake. And we just said from State Farm. He got butthurt so bad about that one.
Oh, yeah. At 3 a.m. even.
But, you know, I wanted to show off to the crew. I wanted to show off that I can handle whatever the hell they threw at me. You know, this, that, and the other. I can stay on top of shit. That's the goal. That's the plan. I want to show them I can do that. So Brian, being ever so kind to me, was saying that there's a lot of activity in one room. I was like, cool. He's like, I want you to go in there and do an EVP session. Cool. Not a problem at all, right? Well, he sent Jake from State Farm in there with me. Mind you, again, he's the camera guy. But I was in there doing the usual routine, asking the, you know, pretty basic questions and waiting for responses. And all of a sudden, like, Jake looks at me and he gives me this look. He looks frightened. And I'm like, you good, bro? And he's like, are you feeling okay? I was like, well, what are you talking about? He's like an electrical sensation, like going through your feet. I was like, through your legs. He's like, through your chest. And I was like, well, yeah. This dude picked up that big ass camera like it weighed nothing, and he fucking darted out of the hangman's room. So I was like, all right, still my first investigation. I'm not going to act like a wuss. I'm just going to walk out, right? And the minute I walk out that door, the entire crew stops and just stares at me. And then they're like, everybody see what I'm seeing? And they're all like, yeah, Brian Guthrie, turn around. And there's this massive entity standing behind me. Like, it towered me pretty good. Yeah, I was a little nervous.
Thing had to have been 7 feet plus.
Wow.
And in the midst of all that, this is the part that I never tell. Because people always want to hear the stories. They want to hear about the evidence. They want to hear about this, that, and the other thing. But what is neglected to be mentioned on the constant basis is when you have an experience like that, when you have an entity clinging to you like that, using whatever energy you can, you just got to step out the house for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, you got to, like, recoup yourself. I felt so drained and so tired. It felt like it took me 5 minutes to get up the stairs. And I mean, it didn't, but it's what it felt like. And I was so drained, dude. I went outside, I had a cigarette, I explained to Brian everything that just happened and what led to where, and, you know, all in all, it was a very good night. I got to learn what my weakness was, and I was able to push past that and continue moving on, which is why Brian likes to call me his guinea pig on the constant basis, because I'll do anything at this point.
I'll tell you that story here in a second, Brian. Eldon, what was your moment,
She's
brother?
not on the phone, baby.
You know, man, there's not
Uncle
really
Brian.
a whole lot that I've been into here lately over the last few years. It's been very scary to me. It's not trying to be a big guy or anything like that. It just really hasn't. I've gotten a pretty good understanding of things, so it helps me keep that fear factor down. I'm not going to say I haven't been startled, because I think we've all been startled, but as far as scaring me, I don't really think that's really been the case. However, I have had an experience that I thought was pretty awesome.
Okay, cool.
And it says some things about the other side. We were doing a location in Tombstone with another team, and one of the investigators was using the SLS camera, got a stick figure in a chair. And I decided to grab another chair and sit next to that figure. And I had a millimeter with me that had a REM pod capability on it and all that. And I took my millimeter in the chair, and I'm getting, you know, the REM pod hits. I'm getting a temperature deviation of almost 15 degrees negative from what the actual temperature in the room was. I think it was 68. I was getting like, you know, 52, 53 degrees and right in that chair area. The other thing I was getting in that was shadow detect on that particular meter. And I thought, you know, just for kicks, let me just kind of lean into the chair, put my arm around it. And I says, hey, everybody, I said, take a photograph of us. Let's get a little picture between, you know, them and I, you know. And lo and behold, on the SLS camera, you can see this figure lean right into me like they were posing with me to take a photograph.
No way.
Yes, sir. And we got done with that. We actually took a photograph of the chair, and we literally got the
What?
figure in the chair.
Why
So
are
we
you
have-
covering yourself up with towels? Go get your blanket.
It's always good when you have multiple devices
Oh my
to
goodness.
confirm each other. That's what we really want, and that's really profound evidence when you've got multiple devices that will confirm that. But when I've got 6 and 7 devices going off, this is crazy. This is awesome, And then to see a spirit literally posing with you to take
Hey,
this
grab it and go sit down, please.
photograph was just awesome.
Well, according to Bad to the Bone and Travelers Paranormal, you just wait until we step in to Octagon Hall.
Oh,
Because according to these 4 ladies, this place will scare the shit out of us.
now I've spoken to them about that place, and they've had a lot of activity at that place. A lot of activity. And they've had things move. Like they actually have a video. I think it's on YouTube. It's also on Parapost now. But they have where they had a ball, and the ball actually you could see moving. It's very subtle, but it's moving. It's very, very cool.
As with every other place I go into, Brian, these locations you've listed off, I've never been there. And, I will personally be treating these just like I do every other location. When I walk into a location, it's not haunted until I can determine and see for myself and determine by what scientific means are telling me. Otherwise, you see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
These things are great that, we're getting good activity in those locations, but it's not the mindset that I use going into these locations. You really can't.
You really can't walk in to a place you've never been into and go, this is instantly haunted because so-and-so said so.
Right.
You have to have your own experiences.
Right.
And
let me throw a question back at you guys. Do you find in the last year that equipment seems to be going off a lot more than it has in the past?
In some cases, Brian, there's some locations that I've been doing now well over a decade that I've noticed the equipment is actually going down.
Okay.
The thing now, what you're discussing, I have, if I was to overall, give an analogy of this, I think you're right overall. I do think that the activity is picking up. But I think a lot of that, and I think Brian and I discussed this one day here not too long ago.
Sit down, please.
I believe that it has something a lot to do with the, we're going into 25 networks and things like that. And we've got a lot of, satellite waves. We've got a lot of cell phone waves in the air now. We've got a lot of things in our atmosphere that is charging the atmosphere. And I think that the spirits are able to use this particular energy to vamp up activity. Not to mention with the outbreak of COVID and all of that, people being home a lot more, they're now actually seeing what's going on in their homes more, and they're actually more open to what's going on in their homes than they ever were before. And I think that's why we're getting a lot more activity too.
Yeah, because I just find, like, even within the last 6 months, the activity that I'm getting from my SB7 is just absolutely incredible. Like, if you guys ever get a chance, go over to my YouTube channel, Huntophobia, and I put clips up of some of my investigations. I was at a place called the Streaming Tunnel, which is a very haunted place, and it's about an hour drive from me. It's an amazing place to investigate. The history is very sad, but I was at the back of the tunnel, about 200 meters away from the tunnel in an open field. And we were trying to look for this foundation of this home, that the story that's connected with the Streaming Tunnel. And I literally went on my SB7 and I said, can you help us find it? And literally right after I said that, an EVP came through and said, you'll never find it.
Oh,
and
wow.
Then right after that, I said, is is it behind me or is it in front of me? Basically, what I was looking for is this foundation where, like I said, that's associated with this tunnel of the girl that died. And literally,
I know, baby. Go
I
lay down.
said, is it behind me or is it in front of me? And an EVP came through and it said the other side. Now, what that meant was it was on the other side of the road. We were on the wrong side of the road, and it's clear as day. And it's just incredible. And that's my point. It seems to me like even within the last 6 months, the K2 seems to be spiking more. My SB7 seems to be going off a lot more, or capturing a lot more stuff. And it's just been an interesting thought that I've had over the last 6 months on why it seems to be a lot more active than, like, let's say 2 years ago. And it's just been incredible. It's just been incredible. It's great because you're capturing a lot more, right? Especially on the SB7. They're actually starting to call me the SB7 whisperer because of the amount of stuff I get on the SB7. Because the amount of stuff I get on the SB7, like I'm going through a video right now, and the SB7, I captured 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 things on the first time I did the SB7 within 2 minutes.
Sorry, guys.
9.
I have to keep bouncing back and
I
forth.
just find it seems to be going off a lot more than it has, like, let's say last year or the year before. So it's just a thought that I'd throw at you guys.
Baby, it's mine. Knock it off.
That's a very interesting thought. You know, I have noticed in certain areas of investigation that the spirit box kind of kicks out a little more and the K2 kicks up a little bit. But then there's some investigations where it's like dead space and you don't get shit. Like it's just quiet. It's deader than dead. And I always tell the clients when they're like, well, why didn't you capture anything? And all this is happening to me. I always tell them, we don't work on their time, or they don't work on our time. We work on their time.
Yeah.
You know, you got strangers and you got 4 to 6 of them coming into your house and you're a spirit. You're not going to want to sit there and conversate with them. They're like humans like us. They're going to be intimidated. They're going to be fearful. They're going to hide unless they have either A, a really bad attitude, or B, they really want to be heard by somebody that can communicate with them. You know, and it reminds me of our first investigation. We called it the J&R House, and our team was about maybe a couple weeks old. You know, we had no equipment whatsoever. We walked in there with 3 flip phones. So it was pretty much 10 minutes record, listen for 10 minutes, erase it, and go back to it. Well, the first piece of evidence we ever captured was a little girl. And Joe was a skeptic. You could not convince this man that the paranormal was real. So when we presented this to him, not only did his jaw drop, but his wife's did too, because that little girl was humming. And Lisa had been humming that exact same tune for over a week and couldn't get it out of her head. And this investigation was well over our head for a first investigation. I mean, I was attacked twice. I was pinned down. I almost punched an investigator. Roses got destroyed. Teddy bears got thrown. You know, just all sorts of stuff going on in that house. And we weren't equipped to deal with that, man. we had no clue what we walked into.
Mhm.
But by the end of it, we had it to where we actually cleaned that house.
I love you, Dad.
Love you too, baby. And there were several spirits. There was a gatekeeper and a portal in there.
Hmm.
And after that, we realized real quick that we needed some better equipment than flip phones.
I like
So-
it. So is Guthrie looking for a cuddle, or what's going
I
on there?
think so. That's his.
You look
sexy
like you were waiting so patiently to just throw that out there. Like, but I mean, hey, I'm down if you are. Like, I watched you patiently wait.
Oh, I just going, okay, what's going on here?
So, Eldon, I got to know, man, what was your first investigation like?
I think you're on mute. Can't hear you.
Nobody can hear you, bro.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, nothing, brother.
Log in, log out. Or log out, log in. Nobody can hear me.
So, okay, Brian, what was your first paranormal investigation like?
Well, that's an interesting story.
I
I
like interesting stories.
was thrown into the fire. I was thrown into the fire.
Sound familiar, Guthrie?
I was really interested in doing some investigations, but I just didn't really know anybody. I ended up meeting an individual that knew a group that got me involved with the group about 9 years ago. And my very first.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. My very first investigation was at a house, and these people were experiencing some really, really horrible things. We're talking scratches, we're talking knives and forks being thrown across the kitchen, toys being thrown, the kids being affected. It was just a terrible situation for this family. And because I'm a sensitive, when I started walking up the front steps, I knew what I was going to be encountering right away. And as soon as I walked into the place, I looked to the left, and there it was. It was my third ever experience with something demonic, and it was very demonic. Now, when I see something, there's two different things, okay? And people have asked me, well, is that a shadow person? No, it's not a shadow person. So when I see something, I don't see facial features and I don't hear them. What I see is, like, if it's a spirit, it's like a black mass. Okay, that's what I see. When it's something on the demonic side, and I will say, I really feel I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I feel like demonic is used way too much.
Yeah.
But I find that people that overuse that word, not necessarily encountering something demonic, maybe just a pissed off spirit, and then they call it demonic. So when I walked into this family room, now when I see something demonic, it's usually black, translucent smoke, and it moves very, very slowly. So when I walked into this place and I saw it, I knew what they were encountering. It was almost like it was owning the room, taking over the room. That's what it was like. And this was my very first investigation. Now, with saying that, the people that I was with didn't know what I could do. I didn't tell them. Okay. So what's funny about this, because there was a funny moment, even though this is very serious. About 20 minutes into the investigation, I turned to one of the guys and I said, "Can I ask you a question?" He goes, "Yeah, sure." He goes, "How long are we going to be here for?" Because I basically wanted to leave. I didn't want to be there. And he turned to me and goes, "Brian, what is going on? You've been acting weird since we've gotten here." Because I knew what I was seeing. And I was actually sick. And I think it could see me being able to see him or it or whatever you want to call it, the demonic entity, whatever. And I wanted to leave. So that was kind of my very first experience on a paranormal investigation. Now what's upsetting about this is I went once, the rest of the group went 2 other times, and there's nothing they can do. Um, the family ended up moving, and I believe the house even got torn down. Now, with saying that doesn't mean it's going to be going away just because they tore down the house. Something
Right.
else could be built there, and it could, take over that place. But at the end of the day, it was very sad because you could see in the children's eyes that they were literally scared for their lives, and they were crying. Well, when I first met them, they wanted it gone, and it was very upsetting because honestly, I don't do that. I don't cleanse. I don't do any of that stuff. I don't know how to do it, and I would never attempt to do it. So it was just a very, very sad but very scary experience for my first investigation.
The first time I ran into a demonic entity, it was Guthrie's fault.
Are we seriously again? Colfax?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we
Dumbass.
went to St. Ignatius Hospital. Our team was red hot.
Pardon me, guys.
We were known as the hottest paranormal team in the Northwest. This was our second year running. And, we were on the cusp of a TV show. I was a 2 to 3 year lead investigator who thought that nothing could touch him. So I go into this hospital instantly taunting them. And me and Guthrie end up on the surgical ward. And this is why I call him my guinea pig, too. I looked over at him and he goes, "What?" I was like, "Watch this." I said, "Hey, this is the surgeon that let you die. This is the surgeon that killed you. I want you to bite, kick, scratch, punch, do whatever you can do to harm him." And nothing happened. The investigation was over.
And nothing happened to me.
Shut up, Guthrie. I'm getting there. So we'll skip ahead to the fourth night, the night before we leave. We have so much evidence that we would make any paranormal team on TV look like little schoolgirls playing hopscotch.
Mm-hmm.
We were the first team ever to be in the hospital overnight. We were the first paranormal team ever to investigate multiple buildings. We investigated with the mayor. We made it in the Gazette, which was their newspaper. And we get back to camp and we pull up the laptop. We pull out the SD card out of the camcorder. We go to dump it into the laptop. We click on the folder. And guess what that folder says, guys?
I know. Pick me.
It says empty.
Oh, wow.
All of our evidence gone.
Could not figure out what the hell happened to it because we had to do a bunch of evidence drops during that week or weekend.
Now I have to tell the lady that somehow mysteriously all of our evidence is gone. She is irate, pissed off at me and just me, not my technician, not my other investigators, just me. Mm-hmm. So we pack up and we head home. That's when the problem started. The demonic possession took a hold of me when we got home. The TV show fell through. I was pretty much bedridden for 6 to 8 months.
Oh, wow.
completely destroyed all of our momentum. Our entire team crumbled. I almost lost my family. I mean, I was at the point to where if somebody opened my bedroom door, I was cursing, I was screaming, I was throwing shit. I was doing everything possible to keep people out of my room. 6 sagings and 3 blessings later, that fucker finally let go.
Wow. Sounded like you just needed a cuddle.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I saw you waiting too, bro. No, man. You know, he's not over dramatizing it with everything that had happened if he'd so much as opened up his bedroom door.
Wow.
You know, this
But guess who didn't give a shit and ran in there anyway?
This is a perfect example, guys, of what you should not do, Brian.
Exactly. I have never
very important lesson.
It is.
I have never since ever walked into an investigation taunting spirits, calling them out, but I will, every investigation, try to throw Guthrie under the bus. And every time it backfires and comes back on me. And that is why I do it.
Oh, yeah, the kicks. Your little kink now.
It is. It's a big kink.
Come get me, demon bitch.
So what about you, Alden? What was your first run-in with demonic?
You know, man, I'm like Brian. I don't think everything out. I think the whole demonic thing is over dramatized.
Oh yeah.
I personally have not encountered anything I would consider to be demonic. I'd say I've encountered some dark spirits, but then again, what is a dark spirit? That could be anything with evil or bad intent, you know.
It could be a cat trying to get some food.
And exactly, you really can't. I mean, I'm no medium, I'm no sensitive, so I can't really tell the difference. I mean, my way of seeing things is through the equipment, you know. I'm not fortunate enough to be able to see with my eyes or ears what, you know, may be there to determine what's good, what's bad, what's indifferent. So to say what's demonic and what's evil, and now I've had personal gut feelings, and I can tell you I've been in places that I haven't felt so good. You know, we've all felt that. I've been in places where I've felt comfortable. And the more you do this, I think the more sensitive you get to it. But as far as anything demonic, no. As far as my first investigation that I ever did was at a cemetery just on the outskirts here of Phoenix. It's a cemetery that hasn't been used since the 50s. So it's considered a pioneering cemetery here. And the first equipment that I used, believe this or not, was a Sony ICD PX312 audio recorder, one of those 5 or 6 LED flashlights, and a compass. My compass was my EMF meter.
Wow.
And let me tell you, they do work. They do work.
Because it goes crazy, right?
It does. It'll spin. You know, when you see a K2 meter go and start spiking up the red, well, just the same, that compass, it'll just start spinning. You know, it'll start going stupid and crazy. You know, but it will do that. So I was able to capture some EVPs on the recorder that night, which I thought was pretty interesting. You know, when I played it back, it's pretty cool when you get, you know, an entity telling you hello or welcome, you know, and it's like, wow, you know, I wasn't expecting that, you know, but okay. But that was
the exact opposite. Get out.
I've actually gotten that. I was with another investigator at a ghost town here in Arizona called Stanton, and we got that very same thing, and it was actually a yelling to get out. It was pretty profound and pretty loud. So when you hear it, it's pretty bone chilling to hear it.
Eldon, I just got a bona fide idea.
Oh God.
So when we come back to Spokane, we need to come back in through Davenport, Davenport and Reardon, because about an hour and a half away from Spokane is a ghost town that's had a double axe murder and a robbery shooting. It's called Govan, Washington.
Wow.
And it's completely abandoned.
It doesn't even really show up on your maps or anything anymore. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while. And speaking of a minute, Country, what was your first run-in with a demonic?
I don't know, man.
I mean, mine is Tanisha.
Ooh. I'm gonna tell her you said that.
Oh, don't do that.
But
Don't put her on me.
oh, it's gonna happen, bro. I need her out of my hair. Shit. No,
Is this
so
Is this
I,
your ex?
yeah, she's the
Okay.
mother of my kids.
Okay. Her name's Tanisha?
Yeah.
Okay.
What the
I
hell are
wasn't
you
sure
plotting?
who you
No.
were
You got that
I
look,
wasn't
bro.
sure- No. I wasn't sure who we were talking about. So he said Tanisha. I didn't know who that was.
Well, it's not my wife.
I swear that there's nothing going on in this head right now.
Hey, Brian.
I don't know.
Govan is up north of Odessa. It looks like on Route 2.
Yes, sir.
I see
And
that.
Brian, your eyes say no, but your smile says, oh, yeah. Sorry, I had to quote a little Freddie there.
Yeah, that's fine. The eyes don't lie, right?
Oh God! And you're looking at me, bro.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
So, speaking of horror movies, Brian, what would you say your all-time favorite horror franchise is?
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah, I didn't want to answer my question anyway.
Oh shit! Sorry, Guthrie. Go ahead, buddy. Well, you went fucking silent on me, dude. I forgot you were there. You're like 5 foot. I can't see you.
All right. What's 2 + 2?
Fish.
Close enough.
All right.
My first run-in with anything paranormal, I can't really give you a time. See, the things that were going on in my house were going on long before I was even in the picture. But I basically grew up with whatever the hell was in there. Could not, for the life of us, figure it out. Okay, I had a group of investigators that were branched off from TAPS coming to the house, and they allowed me to investigate with them too. I think it's the Paranormal Research Society, something like that. Anyway, they let me investigate with them, and I think they came back with an EVP that was just so, well, it scared the shit out of you is probably the nicest way to put it. But, alright, so this happened on the 2nd floor. You got the master bedroom at the front. You got the bedroom in the middle, bedroom at the other end, and then a bathroom right there. So that's the whole top. My mother's room, the master room, had a couple of handmade closets in there and whatnot, and that's where they focused for their EVP session. And the evidence they came back with, it was just, it sounded like chains on the stone wall. You know, in those medieval times, you hear all the clanking and shit, right? But it sounded like this dude screaming at the top of his lungs, in a tremendous amount of pain. It was frightening. It made me jump a little bit. But yeah, it's just that's the only time I can really throw at you that in terms of what I paid attention to in that house for run-ins, if you will.
Guthrie, I just had a memory pop up out of nowhere, and it made me laugh inside so hard. So David and somebody else is in the basement of the East Fifth house.
It was David and Johnny.
It's me, you, and Rick sitting upstairs, and Guthrie gets the bright idea to take a baseball bat and start going boom, 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 boom. And you hear David go, "What the hell was that? Can you do it again?" About 35 to 45 seconds later, Guthrie looks at me, smiles, and does it a second time. Long and short of it, this goes on for about 10 and a half minutes before they come bolting upstairs.
It went way longer than that, bro.
Telling us all this great tapping noise that was on command. And me, Guthrie, and Rick have to sit here and keep a straight face.
You kind of mixed it up there a little bit, bud. It was actually James who had the bat. I just went and found it for him. So it was James that was pounding. Yeah, it was Mr. James himself. Me and him were sitting there rolling the entire time while you guys are trying to keep your shit straight. It just wasn't happening.
That has got to be one of the funniest moments we've had. And speaking of James, we were at Riverside Cemetery waiting for the guy to show up to give us our contract to be allowed to be in the cemeteries after dark. So we're bored as hell, so we go in the mausoleum. We're walking around, and all of a sudden we hear a slight bang coming from downstairs. So like Scooby-Doo and the gang, we go and investigate it. We get downstairs where we thought we heard it, and we start going further. So there's nothing there. So we're like, whatever. And we keep walking downstairs.
Did his audio cut out for anyone else?
No.
But it's even louder now. Long and short of it, we get to the point to where we're at a brick wall or open the curtain. We go to open the curtain and we hear the loudest bang we've ever heard. A 430-pound investigator outran my 140-pound investigator, all because a sprinkler hit the window.
Wow.
Uh-oh. Matt says, I have a much funnier SGC story, LOL. Well, Mr. Consultant, please come on and tell us, buddy.
Bring him
I
on,
would
bro.
like to hear this one. And on top of that, you have to come on here and meet Brian anyways. So get your ass on here, Consultant. While we're waiting, please enjoy this lovely elevator music. Do 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 do.
I got one for you.
Hurry up, Matt. Come on, let's go. Hurry up, man.
He's gonna make me go find him like an ass.
Did he agree to come up?
No, it's just freaking Guthrie again.
I don't know what the hell's going on tonight. This is the first time I've been booted out multiple times.
All right, I'll be back in just a flash, guys. Keep on talking. I can still hear you.
Is his face frozen?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is because I want to hear this SGC story.
Yeah, he just sent a message saying he's going to bed. It's been a long weekend.
Oh no, paranormal consultant. You get your ass on here and you tell this SGC story. Come on, buddy.
Well, while you're trying to talk him into that, I'll be right back, Brian.
Are you getting bored with us there, Eldon?
No, I've got to go in for a minute.
He's got to pee.
Duty calls. All right, Brian, it's up to you to entertain us now, buddy. Putting you on the spot again. Come on, I want to hear some elevator music.
So let me ask you guys this question: what has been one of your favorite places to investigate?
Ooh, Guthrie, you go first.
Go.
Favorite place to investigate would have to be a cross between the Hilliard Library Bar and the SC House.
Go put the headphones on real quick. There you go.
Oh, we got somebody filling in for Eldon.
Oh my! Screw you, consultant! You asshat!
Brian was attacked by a flying cat, then locked himself in his own car. Okay, there you go.
All right. Okay. Here's the two stories real quick. So I'm sitting out on my back porch and I'm doing a podcast. All of a sudden, this cat from the second balcony comes flying down, hits my wind chimes, scares the living shit out of me. I almost dropped my phone and was like, what the hell was that? And then the car episode. All right. This was just a streak of bad luck.
Whatever.
So we have an investigation called the Hong apartment. And it says it's on South Bernard. So I'm thinking it's on the South Hill. No problem. Little did we know that it was smack dab in the middle of downtown, which is where you do not want to be at 11 p.m. at night unless you have a gun, a baseball bat, or some sort of protection.
Oh, is that the night you and David called me to come get you?
No.
No, there's another time.
So the lady didn't bother telling us that this place was a studio apartment. So I have 4 members that walk into this apartment and can barely fit with the 3 other members of their household. So we send 2 downstairs, we turn the EVP recorder on, and we turn the K2s on. Well, instantly, no matter where we go throughout this 5x5 apartment, it's in the red. So that to me is an instant EMF trap. So by now, I'm fucking pissed. I wasted my gas. I've wasted my time. So Matt says, okay, just go downstairs, send the other team up, tell them to do a 10 to 15 minute EVP session and see what you guys catch. So we get downstairs and the investigators are gone. John's not answering his phone. David's not answering his phone. Finally, I get a hold of one of them, and they walked off to go find a store. So I go to get into my car, and my doors are locked. Here's a quick thing about my car. I had to change my door handle out so I don't have a keyhole, and my remote don't work. So now I'm downtown at midnight, locked out of my car. It is all hell. So about the 400th time of me hitting the trunk button, it finally opened. So I have Rick crawl over my back seat and open my front door because my outside door handle's busted. So I get in my car and I go to close my door. Now my door won't close. So I do the lock, unlock trick, and I close my door. Not knowing that I forgot my drink on top of the car.
Oh.
I go to open my car door, and now my car door will not open. I'm locked in my car. I've got two investigators in the back laughing their asses off, cracking jokes. So I drive home. I have to straddle the center console to get out of my car through the passenger side door.
Can you guys see it?
I throw my back out. And the next morning I get up and I have to go somewhere. So I crawl over to get into the driver's side. Rick looks at me and goes, "How funny would it be if your door just popped open?"
Oh,
and
no.
instinct, I go to open my door, and what happened? It opens perfectly like nothing's wrong. Biggest bunch of bullshit I have ever dealt with.
That's hilarious. That's awesome.
Again?
It was great, dude. Looking back on it, it was freaking hilarious.
Meanwhile, I'm on a call laughing my ass off.
Yeah, that's right. I had Matt and Robert still filming live as I'm sitting here. Fuck this, fuck that, god damn it. I'm just going off. And I have these guys cracking up. I have my investigators in the back cracking up. I'm the only one not laughing. And looking back on it, it's hilarious, but at the time, it was not funny.
Look, all I know is this is only the second time I've heard this story, and he decides to tell it on a day that I decide to be a little extra goofy.
You're welcome. So, guys,
I'm unfortunately going to have to take off. It is pretty late here. I don't know what time you guys have there. What time are you guys there?
it is 8:51 p.m.
9:51 here.
It's 12 o'clock here.
Well,
So-
before you go, Brian,
yeah.
please tell our fans, number one, are you a virgin? Just kidding. Please tell our fans how to get a hold of you on all the platforms that you're on.
Well, virgin towards what?
Eating ice cream, you sicko. God.
What the hell? Wow. Well, first things first, obviously Parapost Network. You can download it through iOS or Android. And if you guys can all do me a favor, if you're going to watch the replays, if you're going to download the app, give a review if you can, that'd be great. That pushes the app out more. Right now, the app is, if you go on Google and type in Parapost, we're right at the top of the page. And so it's doing extremely well. You can find me on Parapost Network, and if you need anything, just message me. You can find me on YouTube, Huntophobia, Hunta phobia. Some people get it wrong; they put in haunt a phobia, but it's hunt a phobia. So, and you can find me on Facebook under Brian John Laverty, and then my Facebook group page. It's a public page, so anybody can post what they want to post on there. So, with obviously the topic of the room. So it's called Huntophobia and Friends. And then you can find me on Twitter, Huntophobia, Instagram, Huntophobia, TikTok, Huntophobia. And just let you know, I'm doing extremely well on TikTok. I'm over 12,000 followers.
Hell yeah, dude.
So I'm doing extremely well on TikTok. I haven't posted anything on TikTok for a while. but I will be soon. Other than that, I got 3 investigations coming up in January that will be on Paraflix, because you can find me on Paraflix. Paraflix is a streaming service just like Netflix, but it's for the paranormal. And you can find that at paraflix.com. So a lot of different platforms, but the number one platform is Parapost Network.
Awesome. Now, I got one more question before you head out, sir.
Sure.
If you have to pick between skulls, grim reapers, graveyards, tombstones,
I'm scared of where this is going.
skeletons, or zombies, what would you pick?
For what reason?
Just random question.
Okay.
Oh man.
Ask that question again.
Okay, you have your choice of skulls, grim reapers, zombies, skeletons, ghosts, graveyards,
Come here.
or tombstones.
He's
Come
making
here.
a new
I'll get it
movie.
out for you.
No, there's not a skull in it, Eldon.
It's
It's
interesting.
missing the skulls.
Now, the reason I ask, Brian, is I do custom logo work,
Oh, okay.
and I would love to
Sorry,
make
go lay down,
you
please.
some badass logos for your contribution to the para unity.
Okay, so I even got something for you if you want.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I think you're really going to like this. If you're on my site, you will see featured and you will see sponsors. And basically what that is, well, I don't have to explain it. You know what it is. It's pretty obvious. So if you have a logo, and you have a website and you want people to come over and you want to make some money from people, maybe you designing logos for them, I'll put you up in featured.
Really?
Yes, I'll do that for you. And yeah, it's we have one right up there right now. That's he's really good, but I'm more than happy to put up another one. And if you want to send me your icon or logo, I will put it up on features, and then when people hit on it, it will go to a website or Facebook or wherever you want it to go. So
You know, it's funny you tell me that, and I just deleted my Facebook design and logo page on Facebook.
do you have a website?
I do not, man. I just offer them to guests that I feel deserve them.
Okay, so I'll do this for you then. So what they can do is they click on it and it will go to an email box, and you give me your email. I'll link your email to it, and then they can email you.
Hell yeah, dude. That's badass.
Yeah, I'll do that for you. And now to pick, I'm not a big fan of graveyards. I've never really had any luck in graveyards. My theory on graveyards is if they die and they pass on and they're going to haunt something, why would they haunt a graveyard? Wouldn't they want to go to somewhere they loved and know? So that's my feeling on graveyards. Zombies, I don't mind zombies. But the only problem with zombies is I think of my ex-wife when I think of it. And
Oh my God.
You see,
So,
when I walk by a 7-Eleven, I think of my ex-wife, but we won't get into that joke.
Jesus, bro. Come on. New content.
I will do a skull. Skulls
skull.
are good. Yeah, skulls are cool.
Okay.
I like skulls.
You shall probably receive, I'm going to say, logos
Okay.
by tomorrow night at 10 p.m. your time.
Very cool. And then I'll put them up. But if you send me a logo, I will put it up tomorrow on Parapost. And then you send me the email address you wanted to link it to. And then people can. And what my suggestion would you to be is if you're posting on Parapost, post some of your stuff so people can see some of your stuff.
Put it
Hell
down.
yeah,
Lay
dude.
down.
Will do.
So if anybody else in here, Eldon, if you want to be, if you want your group featured, just let me know. I'll put them up on feature for a couple of months, and Just send me a
Cool,
photo of your group, and I'm more than happy to do that.
Cool, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm looking at your group section there right now. So.
Oh, I'm talking about the featured. So I'll put you up on featured.
Oh, okay.
People will
Okay.
Hit the feature, and it can link to your Facebook.
Cool. Okay. Sounds good, man. Thanks.
So let's get you some more followers. You're too
Awesome,
low.
dude.
We need you to get more.
Oh,
We need you to get more, and to come over to Huntophobia and Friends, I will get you more. I'll get you,
You
more
got it, man.
followers. Okay.
Huntophobia and Friends, you said, right?
Yes.
Well,
more followers. You need more followers than 270.
You only got 270, Alvin?
I don't remember what. I'd have to look at it again, but it's pretty low, yeah.
Oh, shit, dude. Then, yeah, Brian, we need to share the hell out
I'm
of
sorry.
it.
It's 216.
Oh, yeah, you need to get
it just went over 200.
Yeah, so we need to get you more followers.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, let's see here. Brian and Brian are on the job.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate that, guys. Thank you.
And you know what? If you want to post in Huntophobia and Friends, your group page, just post it in there. That's what the public page is there for. So if any of you want to post in Huntophobia and Friends, whatever you want to post, just go in there. You will see today I posted Brian's interview from Bad to the Bone onto Huntophobia and Friends today from Parapost.
And I would like you to feel the same way, brother. Anything you want to post about anything you do in the Spokane Ghost Crew group page, please feel free as much as you want. You can go live. Oh, you can't go live in there because I'm locked for 55 more days. But I'll be making the announcement probably tonight or tomorrow that all of our investigations and all of our podcasts will be broadcasted through StreamYard and put on the network.
Okay, so I will let you know over the next week or two what's going to end up happening when it comes to the watch page. We're going to open it up for people that go on StreamYard or Melon or whatever. So you're going to be able to actually link Parapost to StreamYard, which means you'll be able to go live onto Parapost. Okay, so that's coming over the next couple of weeks. And we will open that up so people can put in a link for Parapost. So as soon as they go on StreamYard or Melon or any Restream or whatever, Twitch, you will be able to stream it over on Parapost at the same time for live.
Okay, I have to say one thing. Number one, you're doing the StreamYard thing. You're getting a live button. You're doing the sales page. Dude, I completely denounce any other platform that I can go live on. I am faithfully a network follower of yours now.
I appreciate that. I will let you know when that happens personally. And I will just send you a message saying it's open and it's ready to go. And you guys you'll need the key. I believe it's a key or something like that you need. And you just need to put it into the StreamYard and Parapost will be hooked up.
Where do you find that URL key?
Well, and that's what I'm saying. That will be set up in the next couple of weeks. And when that happens, I will let you know. But from now, like, for example, this podcast that you're doing now, this will probably go up tomorrow on Parapost.
Awesome.
So when you sync YouTube to Parapost, anything you post on YouTube will automatically upload to Parapost.
And I believe it's linked, right?
Yes, it's linked. So when you're going into Parapost and you hit submit video, you go to this page and it says bonus, and you hit that red button. You go there, you put in your ULR, your channel name, whether it's investigations or whatever, and then right underneath that it's author, and you have to put your username from Parapost. on there, and you hit publish, and your videos will upload onto Parapost from YouTube.
Hell yeah.
So it's pretty simple, but unfortunately some people have gotten a little bit mixed up, but that's okay. I go in there and fix it for them, and or my developer does, and that's it. And so hopefully in the next couple of weeks, you guys will be able to be live on Parapost through StreamYard. It'd just be another platform that you can link to. So
Parapost and YouTube is all I need, brother.
That's great. But you know what, Eldon, Guthrie, and Brian, it was fantastic meeting all three of you. I look forward to getting to know you a lot more over the coming months, and hopefully next year I will be able to come to that thing in Pennsylvania.
Hell yeah. And hopefully in April you're going to be investigating with us. So
absolutely,
we've got a lot
to look forward to,
Brian.
Good. So you guys have a wonderful night.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll definitely talk soon. Okay. Brian, we're going to be talking on Wednesday, right?
Tuesday.
Tuesday? Okay. Yeah, Tuesday.
So, and then we have a meeting with Matt or with the paranormal consultant Wednesday night.
Okay, great, guys. Have a wonderful evening, okay? It was great
meeting you, Brian. Good meeting you, man.
And Guthrie, I really do want to cuddle you.
You're such a sweetheart. Oh my god.
Good night, guys.
Oh man,
Later, bud.
A man beast here.
Good night, guys. Have a wonderful night. Bye.
Dude, Brian. Good night. Okay, that guy was just fucking awesome.
Yeah. I didn't expect him to keep up with us. That's for sure. Definitely said some shit that threw me off.
So, Eldon. Is there anything you'd like to say?
Man, I think it's been an awesome night, man. I think we've made a lot of headway even before, we had our little meeting before this podcast. And, I think we're heading in the right direction with this Para-Unity. And I look forward to getting everything going and getting the ball moving on it.
Oh, dude, I agree with you 100%. We have our trip to look forward to. We got to get that mapped out and figured out before we head that way.
Mm-hmm.
And, Guthrie, hopefully you're going to be able to go with us because I need a pillow for when I sleep, and your man boobs are perfect.
Thank you. I try.
You're welcome. I can tell you work out a little,
Just a little bit.
Well, all right, guys. Eldon, tell our fans before we call it a night, how do they get a hold of you?
Man, right now you can get a hold of me on Facebook, our group page, Arizona Paranormal Research and Investigations. A lot of our platforms are linked right there, and it's pretty convenient for you just to click on. That's probably the easiest for me to tell you. You can click on anything you choose there, our website and whatever have you. So you can get us that way. Or of course they can get a hold of me through you. That's pretty easy way to do it too.
Oh yeah. And if you get a thing called a link tree, it's a little place where you can put all your URLs on one page, and then you can share it wherever you want to for people to get a hold of you.
Cool.
Just discovered that from Bad to the Bone the other night.
Cool. And it's called Linktree, huh?
Linktree, yep.
Linktree, okay.
All right,
cool.
Eldon. It's been a pleasure, brother, and I'll probably get a hold of you here in a little bit.
You know it, man. Look forward to talking to you, man. We'll talk to you later, buddy.
Hell yeah.
All right, you take care, Guthrie.
Oh, yeah.
All right, man.
Until next time. Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, Guthrie, it's the part of the show that I hate doing the worst.
Oh, are you kidding me? It's my favorite.
Oh, dude, it's always hard to say goodbye to our fans. I hate this part.
Well, the fans I get, all 10 of them.
Getting away from you is a fucking pleasure, though. So on a serious note, when are you coming to see me again?
I don't know, but you just contradicted everything you said in the last like 5 minutes.
Of course. I have to contradict myself. You have to catch it. We have to talk about it.
I don't know, man. But at the end of the day, you know, I still get the last word.
Oh, fair enough. I ghosted you last week. Well, for everybody that tuned in tonight, make sure to go to Parapost Network. The App Store has it. And I'm telling you, it is the most wonderful thing in the world. It is just like Facebook, but it's made for us, the paranormal investigators, the paranormal enthusiasts. You know, paranormal everything is on there. And as far as Facebook goes, they can kiss my ass. They're not ever getting a live video or feed from me again. Well, guys, like I say in every video, ladies and gentlemen, have a ghoulish night. Bye-bye.